Hi, welcome to week 2 of NFn'L Picks, the show where I try to pick Steelers, Browns, and Bills games, as well as a dog and a coin toss. My name is Pat Ritz. Let's crank it up. We get things rolling this week at Heinz Field, where the 3-point dog Las Vegas Raiders take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, this one's a duel between Chucky and the Standard, with both teams winning in comeback style last week. Pittsburgh's obvious strength is their defense. The pass rush is still on, and these guys made some great tackles at big moments. And that's not to take away from the offense. It opened up the game late, where the big guy and Harris looked good, and special teams eventually shined. Meanwhile, the Raiders pulled off a big comeback with more than a smattering of rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling. I feel the Ravens lost this game as much as the Raiders won it. And while there was no quit in Vegas, they got to play in the Burgh. They say the autumn wind is a Raider, but it's still technically summer, where I'll take the Steelers to cover and to win.
We're from the town with a great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Next, we go to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where the division-leading Dolphins are 3-point dogs to the Buffalo Bills on the road. First, that can't sit well with the Finns, who played a tough game to win against the former dynasty from New England. Granted, they beat a rook QB, but did it with a young blood of their own who still looked it. The Bills are in check yourself before you wreck yourself territory after only putting up 16 against the Steelers. Allen looked rushed most of the time in a game plan that didn't seem to include a running game where they've shined in the last 2 years. Also, when it comes to fourth down, I know playing it safe isn't their style, but sometimes you gotta kick the ball, Sean. This one's a close call. I'm taking the Finns to cover, but I still believe Buffalo will win. Let's take a road trip on Interstate 90 to Cleveland's First Energy Stadium, where the 11.5-point favorite Browns get the Houston Texans. The Browns were in the driver's seat against Mahomes and the Chiefs last week until they started to believe the hype. After stifling the KC trick play machine, they let him in with a key turnover and late game collapse. Mayfield will take the brunt of the blame for the final 3 3-and-outs, but the defense and special teams actually let him down. Somehow, the Brownies are giving up over 11 against Tyrod's Texans, who put up 37 against the Jags. The Texans look more than capable enough to cover, but I think Stefanski tightens things up enough to get the win in the lane. Time now for the dog pick that will pit the 3-point dog Cowboys on the road to LA to face the Chargers at SoFi Stadium. This one feels like a Donnybrook in the making. The boys put up 29 points against the Bucs last week, not an easy feat. And while the Chargers beat the football team without Fitzpatrick for most of the game, they beat a strong defensive effort. Dallas seems underrated in this one. That's why they're this week's dog pick. Finally, for the coin toss, the closest spread is 3 points, so I went with the Cincy Bengals on the road against the Bears in Chicago. For this, the black side is heads and the Bengals, and the gold side is tails and the Bears. Gold side it is, and that means I get the Bears. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Garage Brandcasting. Let's hear some comments if you got them, maybe even some picks. Here are the stats for thus far. You can pause the video to take a closer look. And always remember, you play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.